some programming. Hope everyone's doing well today. Hope everyone's had a good day so far. Just realized I have not tied my hair up and it looks like a mess. Oh. But yeah, no, here we are, back at it again. So, for the fun times that this is, let's get some of this sorted. So, today is probably going to be on the shorter side of things. This way around. For, what we're going to work on. Because... I'll explain shortly. But this is the final stream I'm gonna do, for now anyway, of this project. So as a reminder to anyone that's wondering, this project has been an ongoing thing over the last, well, 6-ish weeks, I believe, where I have been showing the inception to completion of a game maker game designed around the very generic shitty adverts of games that you'll see on like Twitter and such that actually don't play anything like what they show in the ads, to just show how almost insulting it is as a game dev to constantly see them do these games and not actually make them. Because I have known a few people as well now that I've chatted with that are more than interested in this game and would love to use it as a time waster. And I think that's completely reasonable. So, today is now when we step into an area that I'm very unfamiliar with, which is related to importing tools. So I'm going to just pull this over to the side. And I also need to have a look through my stuff list to see which is which. Safe area. There's orientation request with us. Did I not install safe area? I did not, okay. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a process to see how this all works out, because I'm not too familiar with extension things. Okay, so we want the extension. I'm assuming we want the font. Otherwise it's gonna probably break. Grab these, might as well. I'm gonna grab this, I just feel like I don't need the room. That's it. So let's have a little look at this object and see what's in there. Screen adjust. So again, this is an extension done by Liquid Games. So take that as you will. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Alright. So this is actually going to be useful, because I can use this in a couple of ways. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to just double check. So screen adjust. All of this stuff. So, okay, I'm already seeing what I'm going to change. But we're going to yoink this, bring it to our controller, go to the create event. And then we're going to screen adjust. Okay. So this all will not need to be worried about too much, I guess. We'll see. Oh, hello, cat. You've got a little bit of stuff that needs to be cleaned up. Better? Better. Cool. Though this is, now we're at the two cats on the lap situation again. Okay, so what happens if I just run this? So yes, it's fucked with the resolution scalings. Cool. That's not too surprising. So what I need to do whoops, that's not what I wanted. Controls. Well, I didn't even capture the thing correctly. Hey. There. I'm pressing the wrong buttons today, it seems. Okay. I'm gonna see if that works. Still not quite right. GUI scale is by room width. Okay. I'll admit today's also going to probably be on the slightly quieter side, and I do apologize for that in advance. Just how things do be. It's just the GUI that's out of normality. Is that just because of this? Interesting. That is completely fucked up. Would you look at that? Okay. Tears for the. Okay. That is confusing. What if I just straight up remove this again and remove it from here? As well as from here. And then we remove the division. Okay, that's not gonna work. Right, screen adjust. Okay. Oh, is it because this needs to be in step event as well, right? Okay, so the GUI is still fucked a little bit, but that puts us in a much better spot to work with. What if we just straight up remove the math from this? I don't even see how the GUI thing is used. Okay. GUI scale. Alright, so the top unsafe area of the screen in pixels. Safe area detected. Okay, so how do I pull this part? Okay. Sorry, I'm having to do fun math. I hope I'll be forgiven somewhat. I wonder, can I just plug my phone in? Yes, I trust my computer. Oh, sorry, this is my passcode. There. Do I need to sync or something like that? Please tell me I don't have to do something fucking fancy. Android simulators use... Do I have Android Studio? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Sure. I had it at one point, I know that. Alright, well that's something I might need to test at a later stage. I do have a device that's detected by my computer, so you know. Oh lordy, that's all my images. Hey yo, wanna see I think I tweeted about this. Hell yeah. Oh my god, my desk is fucking dirty as shit. It's a fucking whole garlic bread loaf. Let's go. Sometimes you just need eat a whole fucking garlic bread loaf. Okay, so I'm not gonna get this sorted today, it seems. Not easily. Might come back to it and see. So that being the case, I'm going to just quickly... Oh, there's no quick comment out fucking thing here, is there? I have to do it all manually. I miss Visual Studio and all of the fun that the little tools it gives me. Though I do not want to look at Visual Studio much at the moment. Okay, so we have other tools that I want to add. This one is one that I definitely want to add. I'm just going to add all the things. Because then we can change it later. Okay, so don't need any of those sprites. We don't have room for sprites here. Don't need the font. We'll leave that alone for the moment. So I believe with this one, I wish there was better documentation on these fucking things. Alright, let's see, more info. Or is this not what I think it is? And if so, I will delete it. Okay, it's taking me to your website. I don't care about your website. I care about your... And that's just taking me back to the thing. For God's sakes, how can you not have more information available? And that just sends me back to your fucking main page. Okay, at this rate, I'm just gonna quit out. Yeah, nah. If you're not gonna give me valid information, you go. That's upsetting. Because I was hoping I could use that to just set the orientation thing. Okay. So I'm looking for, what is it again? Google. Okay, it looks like I don't do it that way. How do I use this? That's real useful. God damn it, alright. Fuck, there is so many extensions for this, okay. Yeah, there's apparently also another update for GameMaker that came out in the last couple of days. I'm not going to install it right now. I do not want to go through that effort. I don't know what it's added. I should have a look later. Because this is what I'm trying to add in. But this is, it's given me a project with it. I do not know how to import from project. Can I drag and drop it in here? No. Because that would be easy. Let's see, marketplace, my library. It's only showing me that one. Give me a second, I need to check something. What account am I attached to? Yes, I know, phone. Okay, so this doesn't seem to have changed. There we go. So we need this. And what do I need to click? Good lord, this is a fucking process. Okay, so I assume I just hit download here. Import. Okay. I mean, I definitely need this. Should I just add all? Import. See how this goes. So if I run this at the moment, I don't think anything changes. Yep, nothing changes. Okay. But if I switch to this being the top, what happens? Okay. So looks like I need to make a new object. Probably is just going to be the best bet for this. We won't leave it like that for the moment. Okay, so does this work? Yes, it does. Set test device. Initialize. Consent mode production. Var banner ID equals. Now I'm going to just copy paste this. Add mob banner init banner ID, and then async social. This is definitely getting into areas I've not fucked around with too much. Because the worst part is, and I've said this before, the official thing for this doesn't allow me to scroll on its page. So I genuinely cannot actually read the official tutorial for this, which is really fucking annoying. and I do not know why that is the case. So I have to go for roundabout methods to try and figure some of this shit out. Okay. So, I am not 100% sure that this is all going to work, but... No, it's not capital. Right. Da. Okay, I'm gonna copy and paste some of these conditionals just because it's it's unique to this and it's not gonna have any form of IntelliSense. Okay, so wait, since we're required, we now need to load the consent form before we can show it. For this, we use the function below. So... Oh, it's complaining about that. Yeah, no, that's fine. I haven't ended the region yet. This tutorial doesn't give me any code for the fail to try and fix it. Okay. So that's it stopping complaining about the region thing. Which I'm not too well versed on how regions fully work, so I do apologize. I'm not going to explain that. Again, we're kind of at the moment at the mercy of whatever this tutorial is telling me to do. Because I am in a field that I am completely out of my depths in. So if I add this object in to main menu, for say, what happens? Nothing currently. Because yeah, I think again, this is the tutorial. As you can see, there's clearly more down the bottom. I literally am not allowed to access that. And like while loading, you can see there is a fucking scroll bar. It's just, it stops having a scroll bar turn up all of a sudden. Could always fuck around like this. Force it. I hate this. Okay, so I need to actually set up add mob. That's what I need to do. Okay, so I'll make an account quickly then. Let's see if we can set this up. No, I don't want customized support. Oh, for God's sakes, it needs to verify my fucking phone number. Okay, text message. Send. We couldn't send a verification. Oh, fucking, what do you want? Okay, it's just not accepting my fucking number. Fuck you then. How would you like Google to send you your verification code? Probably with my phone number. Your phone number is incorrect. I'm pretty sure it's fucking not. That's aggravating. No, it's got some errors from ad blocker. Okay. So I can't set up add mob at this stage. Okay, so let's go through the process though, at least. So once you've signed in, logged into the account, you can start adding your games that you want to monetize to your dashboard. When it comes to AdMob, each version of the game is considered to be an individual app. So if your project is for iOS and Android, then you'll need to add it twice, once for each platform. Okay, cool. Keep that in mind. From the main dashboard menu on the left, select the apps category. This is where you'll add the games that you'll want to monetize and define the different properties. Okay, but how would I do the testing for that? If you haven't yet published the game publicly to either, you can simply click no and continue. Okay. That's annoying. Okay, so I know what I need to do now though for that. That's not too bad. Okay, with that being the case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on hold. This is something we can't do on camera because it seems I'm having a few issues, because fuck me, I guess. So I'm going to add in one feature today, and then we're going to call it there. Then I'm going to work on this in my own time, and I'll put it over on the Ko-fi, like I said, and I'll see if I can publish it to iOS and Android. So what I wanted to add was I wanted to add a couple of things, but first of all, let's have a little look around. Post run, final score, cool. Take this positioning. And we put in okay, I'm gonna write the strings separately, but okay, so I'm gonna write the default for the moment. Now, I believe... I don't know, does that actually work with GameMaker? Come back from the abyss just to hopefully get an answer after me setting a question related to your current condition or well-being, aka how are you doing? Fair enough. I'm doing okay, all things considered. Hope things going well with you as well. Okay, I'm assuming new line works like this in here. If I hope it's not bad. Can't complain for now. That's fair. Okay, hopefully that works. And now we just replace all of these with the string value. I'll also add this to the main menu somewhere as well, so you don't have to only see your high score after a run, but... that works, but I need to remove the space here. And the space here. Cool, so new line works as I would hope. I'm actually very glad of that. There's something that brings me joy. I'm going to replace the yellow with lime because that kind of brings it in line with the score that's currently there. But this is cool. So yeah, also that high score is saved over runs. I talked about that in the past. So you're gonna publish the game to the general public. That is the intention. I've talked about that a few times. Yeah, like the intention is not only is the game going to be published, but also the source code for this is going to be released for like $1 over on my Ko-fi. So anyone can use this and work with it as they will. You can use it as a code base, you could just use it for research purposes, all sorts. If you found the tutorial series not what you wanted, but wanted to work with this kind of game in general, that's your option. But that will be after I fix a couple of last minute things as well, which I might talk about on a stream at some point or a video, just to kind of wrap this up more. But this is really, really nice to have the high score there. So now let's add it somewhere else. Say up the top in here. So we want in main menu, we want it. And we will want it in green as well, right? So... I'm gonna do it before we set the stuff. No, it can probably be centered. It just needs to be at... What is the positioning that I'm gonna want for this? So the width should be fine. The height is the problem. The height should be... like... Isn't it just string height? You'll like that. That was a cool little trick. Typing on multiple lines at the same time. There you go. Current high score at the very top there. However, I'm going to add a little conditional to this. Because, let's be honest, you don't need to see your highest score if you don't have one. Now, I'm going to double check, when is high score set? Here. So, what I'm going to do... how do I want to do this? So it's going to be pseudo open source. Most of the work's done on stream. Yeah, pretty everything on this project so far has been done on stream. And that's why I say, like, I want to keep it so there is a recorded record for anyone that just wants to do it for free like that. However, my argument is, that's why I say, like, it's going to be a New Zealand dollar to pay for the source code, because that's my little way of saying, look, you could just make it yourself and go through the learning process, and that would actually be better for you, because then you'd understand it. But if you don't want to sit through that, you just want to play around with the project, you want to utilize it, I do not mind however you wish to utilize it. If you make a monetized game from it and all that, I do not mind. What I mind is the fact that, like, well, you're taking the shortcut. So therefore, there should be some return for me, at least, on the shortcut. Because by watching the videos, you give me more views and more watch hours, which is good. That's a net positive. By downloading it, you give me nothing, in a sense, at this stage. So that's why I'm being mean and doing that. Yell at me if you will. I do not mind. I believe initialize sets score to 0, does it not? Yes, so... Okay. How do I want to approach this? That's a valid choice. Thank you. It's one of those things of, like, I understand a lot of people might not agree with me on that decision, but it's kind of that whole, you're paying for convenience. You're paying for the fact that you don't have to sit through 6 streams of me ranting and talking and going through the nitty-gritty process, which, as I said, like, one of the mistakes I think a lot of tutorial series do is they explain only what to do correctly. Now, mind you, I don't quite like the fact of how much I've messed up while I've been doing this project, but the fact is, by doing something wrong, you learn more than just doing it only right. So a good tutorial should also explain to you what would happen if you did something wrong, or what you should be looking out for, because then that way you know what to debug if something does go wrong. If you copy the code exactly as it's put, but something's wrong, you're gonna just get frustrated and angry at yourself, at the tutorial, all sorts. Whereas if you give them the tools to handle that, then I don't see an issue. Yes, by the way, as a reminder, I do have a degree in education. I was training to be a teacher. So this was always kind of a personality that I have for this. I've actually considered heading down like the programming educator pathway a bit more. But the problem is that either puts me at university level with a bunch of people that I don't know if I would like to do that with, or it puts me in high school, which I'm pretty sure I would probably best not to have to deal with teenagers on a regular basis. They seem very, very aggravating. I speak from experience of being a teenager at one point and being a very aggravating teenager. If I set score to 0 here, then that means it's the unique situation that if score equals 0, then thing, but that's also going to muck with the other thing. Actually, no, if we... Okay, I've got a weird idea. So... Score is not equal 0. Then score. Otherwise, in brackets, high score. Something pretty nice though. No person can be classified as a general group. We do it just for convenience. While I'm not disputing that, one thing I did learn, that's a very accurate way to put it, is that if you're planning on being a teacher, think of you at your worst in school and realize you're going to have to potentially deal with that. Even just one student like that, but one or two. Do you think you can handle that? I think I could handle that, sure, but it would definitely just... If I could choose not to, I would. Because I remember how bad I was. And I would not want to put up with that. So, well, yeah, I am doing a bit of a sweeping statement with that. I will acknowledge that. It is born from an actual reasonable statement that I think can be universalized. Which is, yeah, no, you're going to deal with troublesome students under most situations. Very rarely do I think you're going to get an angel class. If you do, something's probably wrong. In fact, it's actually probably not a good educative environment as well, because I'd need to be kind of pushing some boundaries to truly actually learn. So I'm going to remove this string from here and turn it into a separate part, by the way. That's what I'm going to do in a second, because this is clearly not an acceptable thing to have as a copyable thing. So that. Now that means we get rid of this, and we can now put Control C. And now we can make a ternary operator for the high score. So again, reminder, a ternary operator is what we've done here. So we've got what the if would have inside of it, then you have a question mark, then this is the what would be if this is the case, then you put these here, and then what post that is the else statement of the ternary operator. If you want to make a ternary operator inside of a ternary operator, you need to brackets inside of the result, and you can go from there. Doing multiple ternary operators consecutively like this is not a good thing to do often, but if you look at this casing, this actually works out just smoother than trying to make an actual if-else structure. So this will be the simpler way to do it for this case. Not saying it is the correct case all the time. So here I'm going to have score is not equal 0. Give me this string. Else let's let's see. So else, high score. It's not equal 0. Then that tells me that it is a new high score. Else, again, I will put in something in a second, but so we're gonna have new current high score. And then I'm going to have as the else 0. Then by having it 0, we have a conditional check. If string equals 0, it does not equal, whoops. Then we do this. Otherwise, we just don't show you a score because it's clear like you're fucking shit, so you don't want to see a high score right now. I'm gonna be honest, I don't see it possible that anyone would have to the situation occur like that. The fuck are you doing, cat? You are sitting on his face. No. Oh. These cats, man. I feel like they just sit here every day and contemplate to themselves, why does he not have a, like, bigger lap? That is what they genuinely think. I believe it truly. Okay, so for the moment, I'm going to hard change this to 0. So we can do some quick testing. So there is no score there. Okay, we have 2 score. New current high score, 2. Awesome. And current high score, 2. There we go. So now we have a high score for the player implemented. As a reminder, I've mentioned earlier, we're not going to implement a like a proper one where you can see other people's scores, because simply put, to implement it wouldn't be absurdly difficult to like output to an SQL database and do all that sort of stuff. However, there is no reasonable option that doesn't cost me money. And I cannot afford to play around with things like that at this stage. So I hope that's understandable. That is the general reasoning as to why it won't be done for now. And yeah. At this stage in time, this may sound really obscene, but outside of getting the ad working, which again, I will probably make a further video explaining that at a later date. In fact, I will literally probably make it a video, not a stream. I don't know what there is. I hate sharing stuff about your past with others because the moment I try to, something messes up. I understand what you mean with that, somewhat. I mean, again, not going to go into it, but I have had some rough stuff this week for a variety of stuff. And yeah. I do get what you mean with that, though. Everyone's got their pasts that are difficult. There is something I've learned, and it sounds really rough to say this, is that something I've learned is sharing who you are is sometimes just not worth it. And in fact, most situations you shouldn't. Because it just doesn't go well most of the time. Sure, there is that one or two friend groups that you might get that with, but it needs to be natural, right? Like, I've had many friend groups that have come and gone, and I have appreciated them for what they were, and for the most part, it's either we just drift apart or something new happens and it changes the dynamic too much, and causes problems. I will always remember one group that we introduced a new basically had one person join the group at a later stage. We'd all gone to high school together. One person joined the group at a later stage, and they pushed my buttons in ways that I would never really be happy about. It wouldn't probably work on me now because I'm a little bit more thick-skinned, but they pushed my buttons back then when I wasn't really capable of dealing with it, and it caused me to get quite upset, and I had to just leave that group. In fact, nowadays, only 2 people I know from high school even are in contact with me, and that's my 2 best friends. So yeah, I do tend not to share my past as much as I can, but I try and be also very transparent. It's a weird little mixed bag. Again, it's one of those, like, you learn what you can and cannot share over time, but the best bet is just try and not share too much, but never shy away when it is a broachable subject. Just gotta feel comfortable with yourself. Friends are a way to learn, to know what works and what doesn't. They're also a way to discover yourself. That's a very interesting way of looking at it. I don't think that's wrong. Very grandiose statement, though. I wonder on that. Again, it's difficult to, like, fully lock in with, right? Like, again, there's certain, we have the whole joke of, oh, you have this personality for friend group A and this one for friend group B, and then so on and so forth, which is true. I have certain jokes I can make with certain people that I know I can because we've made it very clear that it's okay, and then there's some groups that I know I could never get away with that joke. And there's certain rules that even I have fairly universally, like there's certain jokes I don't appreciate. Or one of the things that I know I'm pretty hard on is kind of like general ribbing, right? Like, you know how you get your friends and y'all take the piss out of each other a little bit. I'm cool with that up to a fairly low point, though. Like, I do have a very low tolerance for that because of stuff like old groups where they would justify basically directly insulting the person and treating them like garbage because it's just a joke amongst friends. And and yeah, that got extremely toxic. But that's one of those, like, you're in your teens and nobody really knows boundaries at that stage. And people don't know how to express those boundaries very well either. Something I've definitely seen a lot. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up here because I do not think there's much else I can do for the programming side, and I do have a few things I want to work on. As well as I do want to kind of take a bit of a quick nap before my lecture this afternoon. Like I said though, just reiterating, there is a couple of things missing still on this. The ad is the main thing. However, the game itself is fully operational and working. I do want to get the ad working at some point. When I do, once I get it done, I will record a quick video explaining the process, explaining the details behind it. And hopefully while I'm doing that as well, I might make the video about how to get it on the platforms like iOS, on Android, because sometimes those processes aren't exactly transparent and the tutorials are a bit all over the place. So I will do that at some point in the next, hopefully, few weeks. We'll see. Basically when I get free time, so I don't know when that's going to be. I can guarantee after the semester ends I can do it. For then, we'll see. But yes, this is what we're doing for this. I do hope that this kind of will make sense at this stage. And I hope that it can be taken away from. Because genuinely, I think this is a really, really cool little series that I've done here. 6 episodes of making a very quick game from the ground up. I think there was a lot that I learned from this. I think there's a lot that everyone can learn from this process. It's kind of like a game jam, except done over 6 weeks instead of like a week with 6 days. And I'm going to see if I can do more of these sorts of things in the future. So please, if you have an idea for a game like this sort of concept, very loose idea that I can work with, that I can add like my own little sub challenges like the single pixel to, please let me know, and we'll see about doing that in the future. Because yeah, no, I would love to do more of this sort of series. I really enjoyed this. This was really fun. It was a good test of it all. Rest up, good luck throughout the day. Can't wait for your game out, by the way. Looked at how the music changed to match the atmosphere. Yeah. Gotta love that. I absolutely love the music from Hardbound. It's such a good fucking soundtrack. And the fact that it's Pirate Software's allowed it for everyone. It's great. Alright. So, with that all being the case, a nice short stream today, but I kind of expected it to be. So yeah, once again, thank you so much for watching. You're awesome, stay awesome, and I hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye.